Happy Vlogmas!
Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Oh, happy 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping. I'm not sure. I should check that. Good morning. Good morning. Happy 11th day of Christmas. I looked it up yesterday, but I do not have that great of a short-term memory either. When I'm 92, Dennis is going to have to remember everything from me. I'm going to finish off Botanical Yarns day 21. Up. I knew it. It's going to be pink. This is not the same pink that I got before. It's darker. See, it's a different color. It's pretty. Now, that's not to say there's not another pink. I mean, that was day 21. Day 22 could have been this color. Okay, I'm done. That's the last of the botanical yarns. So I'm gonna lay all my botanical yarns out and see what I've got. But I will tell you that yesterday, I just got curious. I have to confess, I just got curious. So I decided to, oh, here's my other, oh, it must be by my chair. Hold on. I just got curious. I'm going to say that about 5 times and then I'll tell you what I got curious about. But these are the 2 days that went side by side. And in the skein, I could not tell the difference between them. They looked like the same color. In the balls, I can't tell the difference. They look like the same color. So I balled them both up, as you can see, and decided to do a little experiment. So here is a swatch that I knit and change the color. Can you see where I changed the color? Now, I asked Dennis if he could see where I changed the color, and he could. He said, but only because you told me to look. If I hadn't been known, I wouldn't have known. And I can see the change of color. I'm a little surprised. I thought the change of color would be more obvious to the camera than it is even to the eye, but it's not. There you go. These are these two colors, 2 days in a row. This is the swatch I made from those 2 colors. This is in no way a gradient or a fade. This is the same color. Now, if I were ordering this color of yarn, and I needed 2 skeins for my project, I would have been very happy to get these 2 skeins. Now, I can see when I look, because I know where it is and I looked hard, I can see the difference between these 2. It's very slight. If I got these 2 skeins for a 2 skein project, I would have probably alternated rows for about 4 rows. 2 each, and then I would have gone on with the new skein. This would have been a very, very acceptable set of 2 skeins in the same color for me, for my knitting. I would have been very happy with how close those are from a indie dyer who doesn't do, you know, batches or whatever. This would have been completely acceptable. I would have been perfectly happy. I thought, am I crazy? Or are these the same color? I understand those two aren't mutually exclusive. But anyway, I am going to undo my, well, I might take a picture of it. I feel like taking a picture of it and sending it to Botanical Yarns and ask what the heck they were thinking. Because I'm really curious. And I am not positive that I do not have another one of these. It's a pretty color, and I bet you I have it. Anyway, I'm going to lay them out, and we'll see. I did not start my next welt, but I did ball up my yarn that this welt is going to be. And, yeah. So, there you go. Hold on. Let me get the tag. Thankful from Polka Dot Creek. Thankful from Polka Dot Creek. So anyway, I will be starting that welt. I did, you know, so I was winding yarn and I knit. I knit. Crazy. Anyway, good morning. So that was my 11th day of Christmas. So I have one more Advent to open. This is the day 5 of Polka Dot Creek. That's the only thing I have left. Then I'm going to lay everything out, take a picture of it, and figure out what the heck I'm going to do. There you go. Good morning. Where's my gloves? So I did a little bit of knitting on my gloves. Not actually, I'm not. That may be a lie. I might not have. I think I only knit on my swatch. Never mind. You saw them yesterday. I knit on that swatch. Now that would have been a ½ an inch on my of knitting on my gloves. I couldn't resist. I'm like, I really need to know. Am I crazy? Like I said, that's not necessarily determined, but okay. So the big box can go in the recycling because I have opened all the botanical yarns, and yeah, tomorrow is 12th night. Yeah, I need to read up on 12th night. Leslie told me something, but I can't remember exactly. But like the servants get waited on 12th night by their employers, and you know, things like that. So I don't know. I need to figure out what it is, and I have no idea what the play, the Shakespeare play 12th night, is. What the plot is, you know, to give me some kind of clue. So I do not know, but. Anyway, so I am going to work on my hat today. Let's see, Thursday. Yeah, I read a book yesterday, and I did my swatch yesterday. Watched some Sister Boniface with Aura and Dennis, and all was well. Tomorrow, I have to get up at the crack of dawn. By the time I see you, I will have already taken Macy. She's getting her hair done tomorrow. And it struck me that her birthday's March 1st. She'll be 5. That just kind of shocked me a little bit. I just feel like we haven't had her that long. Isn't that funny? Pearl will soon be 7. Our girls are getting old. Oh, I have a friend who raises and breeds Irish wolfhounds. Irish wolfhounds are very large dogs. And her dogs don't live to be 9. These big breeds, they just don't have long lives. And I'm like, I don't think I could do that. I mean, that would just be too heartbreaking. She always has 2 or 3, sometimes more, depending on if she's had a litter. But I just don't think I could do it. They're beautiful dogs, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Anyway, what a random sad thought. But it just struck me, Macy's going to be 5. She's going to be 5. I'm still waiting for them, both of them, to start acting like adults. I suspect it might not ever happen. Anyway, so, yeah. Oh, Dennis made the most delicious cream of celery soup last night. I know that cream of celery, it would have never occurred to me that I ever would like cream of celery soup. In fact, you know, when I was growing up, they came in a can. Campbell's cream of celery, cream of mushroom, cream of chicken. You know, they were ingredients in casseroles. You know, I'm like, cream of celery. Whoa. Oh my gosh. I have since, as an adult, discovered that I do like cream of celery soup. But Dennis made a really gorgeous, gorgeous soup last night. And of course, the trick to his soups are his stocks are amazing. He makes his own stock, and they're just amazing. And when, you know, we were complimenting him on his soup last night, he says, "Oh, well, you can thank the chef in the Serengeti." When we were on safari in the Serengeti in Tanzania, that chef, you know, and he's working in a tent, you know, with elephants who come and steal the watermelons. Made the most amazing soup. And so Dennis, of course, started talking to him and watching him cook. And he got the recipe, and the main, you know, his soups all start the same, with a gorgeous, gorgeous stock. And then you diversify from there, whatever you want to do. And it's funny because my mom, years ago, my mother made delicious soups when she was cooking. Wonderful soups. And she made a little soup cookbook that she gave out to me and friends and, you know, grandchildren and, you know, whatever. And hers also, she had sort of like 2 or 3 basic recipes that got transformed by sort of the, you know, you start with the basic recipe and then you change the spice out and whatever. So you can make cream of potato soup, cream of squash, butternut squash soup, carrot soup, you know, and you would use different spices with different things, and, you know, and she would blend them and, you know, whatever. Anyway, but her soup cookbook started with 2 or 3 little recipes, and then here's how you change it to do this, here's what you add to do this, you know. I can make a good soup, but Dennis's are divine. I mean, his, and he just, I mean, and he works hard on his stocks, you know. He roasts the bones before he, you know, boils the bones, and the, you know, with the onion and the celery, and, you know. Anyway, that's what we had for dinner last night. That and meatloaf. Oh, and his meatloaf was delicious too. I mean, it was really good. You know, it was sort of like a everyday homey, it's cold outside meal of cream of celery soup and meatloaf, and it was really delicious. Really delicious. So we're having leftovers tonight, which I'm looking forward to. I can tell you. Anyway, so that's it for me. That's what's happening here. It's very low key. I haven't reported on my shot. My arm is still sore. I have a little bit of a hard swollen spot where I got my second shingle shot, and it's sore to the touch. It's a tiny bit sore when I move it, you know, like I'm aware, and that's probably because of the little bit of swollen area. But other than that, I had no reaction. I didn't, you know, I was a little concerned because some people have gotten actually ill for a day afterwards, and so I wanted to be careful and make sure I got this shot at a time when, if I got sick, it would be okay. You know, it's hard to pick a day like that in the middle of the holidays. But I am a procrastinator. I had until the 9th. I got it done on the 2nd. So, I mean, really, I still had time. But my window was September 9th to January 9th. I am who I am. I gotta be me. I gotta be me. I won't sing for you anymore. I'm sorry. That's the second singing you got. Dear. That's a shame. Anyway, I'm going to go. Is that crazy or what? You can kind of see. You can kind of see. It was right here. You can see it a little better now. Depends on the light. Right here. This is where I changed. Now 2 rows of knitting alternate skeins, and you've added a new skein to your project. You would never think twice about that. Never think twice about it. It's very curious to me. I don't know how, I don't know what that email would say exactly, because I'm just really, I'm annoyed that, for $200 I bought an Advent and got 19 different colors. It's a little annoying. You expect 24 different colors. And I got 19. Maybe even 18. I'm not sure. I'll find out. I'm not sure. I think I've gotten at least 5 duplicates. So that's kind of annoying. And it makes for, I opened these 2 right next to each other. They were, back to back. That's disappointing. So I'm disappointed, but I'm also really curious. What the heck were they thinking? What were they thinking? Yeah. So I don't know how to write that in an email to let them know how disappointed I am, and I'm curious. So, I'm not sure how to word that email and send them pictures. Like, seriously, girls? But I did notice they have their Advent, their next year's Advents, for sale on the website. I won't be. There are a lot of gorgeous yarn dyers out there. I will not wait till the last minute. So I will be on the lookout for a new dyer. Well, maybe an old dyer, maybe an old friend. Maybe I'll get the Toads, because I love what they do with their dyeing. But I also might try somebody brand new. I had never heard of I had heard of Botanical Yarns. I hadn't bought any of their yarn before, but I hadn't never even heard of Polka Dot Creek. And I've been very happy with their Advents. So I will look around and see. But I will not wait to the last minute. But I have no idea how to write that email. Anyway, blathering on. I have nothing to talk about for 20 minutes. I am sorry about that. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay safe.